Crazy Mike World. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's go.
Your money, we're going to send it overseas, or we're going to...
Y'all know that we are slaves, right?
The American people are the biggest slaves of any citizenship in the entire world, because the American people are the only people that are told, go work super hard, go take a massive amount of your life, and we're going to take at least half your money. When we take half your money, we're going to send it overseas, or we're going to mismanage it, or we're going to send it over here for quote unquote aid. Where's our motherfucking aid? Where's our aid from Kuwait or any of these other rich countries to fix our homeless problem? Do you ever notice that none of the other citizens on the planet work so that we can have a better here in America? It's always the other way around. Why the fuck are we, the citizens of the United States of America, financing the well-being of every other fucking country in this planet? Until people wake up to that and say no more, shit's gonna continue. This land of the free, that's a fucking joke. Land of the motherfucking worker bees is what we are. The American people are the biggest slaves.
Y'all know that we are slaves, right? Like, we're currently all slaves.
I know that.
Slavery never went away. It was just remodified as the working system. Every day you have to get up super early, spend 8 hours a day away from your friends, your loved one, your family, work for pennies on the dollar to make somebody else richer than they already are. And then you get hit with all these bills that you can barely afford because shit is going up. Things are way too expensive. And once you pay off all your ridiculously expensive ass bills, you're broke and have to go to work again the next day. And then once you get paid again to pay your bills, you're going to be broke again. It's literally a rat race. It's like the guinea pig on the hamster wheel. And I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, because I just got paid and now I'm broke. And don't get me wrong, I have money saved up, I have money in investments. But literally the chump change I got paid from my 2 jobs is all of a sudden gone because it went to bills. And now I have to go back to work again, wait a whole week to get paid to pay bills again. And the same amount of money I'm getting paid, people have 2, 3, sometimes 4 kids. I'm like, there's no way people are surviving making the same money I am with dependents. I don't have any kids. I don't have a place of my own. I'm still living at the crib. Yet these people have like a whole bunch of bills, mouths that they have to feed, rules that they have to keep over their head, clothes that they have to buy. How are y'all doing that with the same amount of paycheck y'all get as me? It's literally impossible. Financial freedom is a whole flat out fucking lie. It's bullshit. Unless you were inherited money, grew up in a rich family, hit the lottery, heard a crazy sports betting parlay, you're never gonna get rich. You're never gonna get ahead. Because they don't want you to get ahead. They want you to stay slaves and depend on that job and work for the next 40, 50 years of your life. And when you finally can retire with the little bit of money that you were able to save, you can enjoy it. Your bones are going to be too brittle and weak to enjoy it. You won't physically be able to do the things at an older age compared to when you were younger. The United States working system was designed for us to be slaves for 40, 50, if not 60 years and then die. And then what happens when you die? They take half your money because of taxes. Don't get me started on taxes. That's another scam system that they created to keep you broke. It makes... Y'all know that we are slaves, right?
Americans are slaves, and they hate to hear this for some reason. They say, oh, we are so free. We are one of the most freest countries in the world. No, you're not. You're a slave. You work all your life away to make money, and then half of it goes back to the government, and you're still poor. You're still poor. So yeah, you're a slave, you're not free. You're trading all your time to a slave system that keeps you poor. And then they sell you the delusion that you have freedom when half your money goes back to them, and that goes to some fucking daycares or some shit. So half of your money that you're trading, all your time, the most valuable thing that you have on this earth, which is time, your taxes, half of it, goes to fucking daycares. And you're gonna be like, oh, I only pay 30% of taxes. Everything you buy, add that shit up. Add that shit up right now. That's over fucking half of your money is going back to the fucking people that are running the show. Wake the fuck up. Figure out how to make money without trading your time away.
You were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives...
I'd like to talk today a little bit about who, or maybe prove to some some of you people in the audience that we have already been taken over, and it's not something that's going to happen, it's already happened.
A U.S. citizen is just a glorified Roman slave. In Rome, they would educate their slaves and teach them how to do things, like training them for the job that they would then do for the rest of their lives. This included teaching them the mathematics that they would use, the language they would need to read, whatever else was deemed necessary for them to complete their job throughout their life. In America, we have a school system that promotes nothing but inaction and procrastination. You graduate from high school, and if you don't pursue college, you spend your life jumping from job to job or dedicated your entire working career dedicated to a trade that maybe less desirable to do. But then if you do go to college, you receive some higher education, and then you spend your entire life working some job that might be more or less desirable to do. In Rome, slaves had much the same lives. They were slaves to the capital of Rome. They lived to serve the empire. And there was a select few that were in the ruling class. These select few are represented in America, too. They're the attendees of the highest esteemed colleges, the Harvards, the Yales, who have these policies of legacy admissions. Very, very difficult schools to get into unless your father went there, unless your bloodline comes from that school. So there's this hierarchical control in America where you're either in your middle class,
hierarchical,
or low class, or you're in this incredible elite. In Rome, you were either a slave or low working class, or you were part of the royal incredible elite, the nobles. Do you see the parallel? We're slaves. We are wage slaves. We work for our wage to pay our house. Think about feudalism. Very similar to feudalism. We are held captive to our nation, to the ones that we serve.
Brutal.
I hope this message reached you.
We were enslaved or colonized by the European Moors.
To acknowledge that we are slaves.
Yeah, I see nothing
How
wrong.
did we come to this, America?
I just heard someone call the United States the United Slaves of America. We are slaves to a system. It's not there for us to thrive. It is there for us to serve so that a few can thrive. Capitalism, at least the American version of it, is such a scam. And what blew my mind is that ultimately in America, that's what we are. United slaves.
I always hate the people.
I don't know about United, but yeah.
Who say, you go to work to earn, because really what they're trying to say is if...
I want to share with you guys a little story about Da Homie.
Can't hear you, buddy. That last guy, couldn't hear him.
The United States is a corporation, okay? You think that this is something that you're supposed to follow. You think that this is something that is here for you. But the United States is not here for you, okay? The United States is a foreign entity, meaning that this is a company outside of the region of the quote-unquote United States, okay? But for some reason, you think that you're a servant to them, okay? But what if I told you that the United States was an entity and so are you? What if I told you that you can access the same amount of power, if not more, than the United States, okay? But you have to understand the game and how it's being played. You have to understand that you are in the United States game, okay? You are a part of the United States game. You're not a part of the United States government, okay? See, the definition of government means to govern means to control, and ment means mind. The United States is a corporation, okay? You think that this is something that you're supposed to follow. You think that this is something that is here for you. But the United States is not here for you, okay? The United States is a foreign entity, meaning that this is a company outside.
First of all, we have to.
Yeah, so if you didn't get the memo, we slaves.
Okay, so I need to say this because a lot of people genuinely don't know.
One job, 12-hour days, no family time, and broke. That was this guy right here for 14 years, working as a legalized slave on a legalized plantation for a legalized company called a job for a legalized entity called an employer. And after being, unfortunately, bamboozled and fired for no reason for doing my job, I caught myself in a homeless shelter. That was the reality check for me. That's when things changed. Because then I got tired of living this life of being told what to do, being underpaid, being broke, etc., being a slave. And so I came online, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me, guys. I learned the skills to build an online business, generating income all from my cell phone. And not only have I generated multiple six figures from home, but now I teach other people how to do the same thing, generating income from your cell phone so that you don't have to spend the next 25 years working for a plantation that's legalized, that's gonna pay you this thing called an hourly wage. And if you'd like to learn more about the step-by-step proven blueprint that I've been following that has kept me so far now job-free for 2 years and generating a full-time income.
I want to have a discussion about...
You know what I'm sick and tired of, bro?
So they told you the Latin was a dead language, so you'd never question it. Why it's carved into our courthouses, what's whispered in medicine, and hidden inside the very system that rules your life. Because Latin isn't dead. It's never been dead. It's just spellcraft. Every word is a contract, and every contract is binding. In law, habeas corpus, amicus curiae.
You know what I'm sick and tired of, bro? And I talked to my guy.
So they told you the Latin.
Habeas corpus. Anyway, I don't know. Are we slaves? Let me know in the comments, bro. Like, subscribe. Working on better videos. Try to make some cooler stuff soon. But right now I'm just inquiring into things that interest me. Yeti. Crazy Mike World. All day, every day. Yeah.